Hi guys, it's Jen from ScanNCut Jen Sessions. Real quick, I wanted to touch on this because I forgot to include it in the other tutorial. When you bring in your SVG from your stencil, you can simplify it to decrease the nodes, because if you have a really high node count, that makes that blade, our blades in our machine, makes it work really hard. And it can actually lead to it dulling quicker, and you not getting some good cuts out of it. Okay, so let's bring this up, and it'll sometimes come up big. Oh, that one didn't. Okay, so we'll bring it over here, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so it's highlighted. Come to path, click simplify. Okay, so it's going to take the nodes down from 11,000 to 6,000. So I click OK. And right here, the higher the threshold values will result in fewer nodes, but sometimes it can start to deform it. I've never had any of my items that I've simplified, I've never had it be deformed yet. So just check to make sure that it still looks the same, and it does. Click OK, and there. And then what I do is I go in, and what I don't want, let's say there's a big spot that I don't want, so I'll crop it, crop out most of the stuff that you don't want or need. Clean up your image a little bit is what you want, because if you think about it, your blade has to go in and cut out all of this stuff, so you don't want it working really hard. You want to try to help that blade as much as possible. Okay, so once it's cropped, highlight it, you can go in and erase. Like what I'll do is I will use my brush, and I will come in here and I will touch up all of these little extra white things, okay, because I really don't want them in there. And I'll actually do this whole side to make it all appear black, and I've actually went in and done between all of these whiskers. However, watch this. When you come up here to preview, look, it has all that, so that will actually be cut, and we don't want that. So what you have to do is you come up here, you highlight everything or select everything, path union, and that will union everything together so that you'll have just one correct file. Okay, so let's come back up here to preview and see what we get. Good, it cleaned up everything, but in here you can see things that you want to go in and hit so that your the cutter, our ScanNCut, isn't going around and trying to cut all these little things. So you want to eliminate all this excess that you can, that does not take away from the original design, and that will really save your blade. So let's come here to simplify again and see what we get. Okay, so it's taking it down another 3,000. The one that I did of this and actually saved, it took it from 32,000 in some nodes down to 2,000. So that's a huge difference, and it didn't do any, it didn't make any changes to this image, to the bad side. So it's gonna really end up saving my blade. I just wanted to tell all of you guys this, so that you can, you know, put it into use anytime you have a file. It doesn't have to be stencil, anything like that. Just sometimes you'll have some that have a ton of nodes. Just come up to path, click simplify, and then click OK, but just make sure that it's not changing your design for you. Thanks a lot, guys.